Hello friends, in this video we'll see some programs. In the last video we saw what are strings. In this video we'll see some programs on strings. So we'll see first example, first program. So in this program I've declared a variable C of type character array. You can see array of type character and I'm initializing in the same line. You can initialize the value in the same line. So this is inverted comma, single inverted comma. We have to put all separate characters in single inverted comma. Even if it's a space or asterisk or a hash symbol, you have to use single inverted comma. See, I can put like this. So and they should be separated by commas. And the last character should be a null character. So this is very important. If you don't put the null character, it will not be considered as a string. So we'll see why it is important in the next few programs. So here I say I is equal to 0. I'm using a loop to iterate through these values and print them. I is equal to 0 while C of I, that is the value at the ith location, that is this value A hash D. We are checking the value at that location. First location is C of 0 because I is 0 initially. You can say I is 0 initially. The first condition will be C of 0. Whether it will check whether C of 0, that is A. The value will be A here. So A not equal to null is true because we are checking with the null character we are checking whether the character is null character. So here A not equal to null. So this is true because it's not equal to null. So it prints this statement, it executes this statements, and here we are printing a character. You can see %C. So we are printing a character. Then we have to say C of I. We have to give the value at that location. If we say C of I, that is nothing but A for C of 0. For C of 1, again it increments to 1. Again C of 1. C of 1 is hash symbol. Hash not equal to null is true. And it again executes the printf statement. This time it prints, instead of %C, it prints the C of 1 value in the place of %C. Similarly, it executes until the C of I, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When C of 9 comes here, as the loop keeps on incrementing I, if you don't remember the while loop, you can go back to the videos in which we have explained while loop. So then it finally reaches C of 9. And C of 9 is nothing but a null character. Null character not equal to null character is false, and the control will come out of the loop. And there are no other statements after the while loop, so the program ends. So it will execute until the characters, until it finds a null character, it will execute. When it finds a null character, it stops executing. So this way we can use a simple program to print the characters in a character array. We'll compile this. I'll do Alt F9. And I'll do Control F9. So you can see it prints all the values here till L. So it will print till here. It prints everything. Whenever it approaches null, it will not print the value. So this way we can print an array, character array. So we'll see one more example. So in this, I am initializing array in a character array using double quotes, that is double inverted commas. You can see here. So here I don't have to put null character at the last. Compiler will automatically assign a null character when we say, when we initialize like this using a double quote. I say I is equal to 0. I'll use the same loop to print all the values. So it checks until it finds a null. Once it finds n, it will print n. After that there will be a null. It prints null character. It will check with the null character and comes out of the loop. So first we can also, if you want to see what exactly is there, so we'll not increment. Okay, before increment, what we can do is we'll copy the same statement. So this time I'll print I I plus 1. So next character. So we'll see what happens. We'll do Alt F9, Control F9. You can see it prints M once and next character again A once and the next character C once again character. It print until it finds M. So after that it will not print for null character. So this way we can, this might be confusing for you. So I'm just printing the next characters. It's similar to the last program, but we are not putting a null character here. We'll do Alt F9 and Control F9. You can see it's a similar program to the last program. It prints Mac Computer Education. You don't have to put a null character. So this is one way of initializing the array. We'll see. Okay, what here we have used the same initialization, but here I'm printing in a different way. You can see I'm not printing using a while loop. I'm printing using a character string. You can see as percentage yes, I'm printing using C, and I don't have to see the index number C of I, C of 0, C of 1, C of 2. I don't have to say anything. So I can just say the array name, which array I'm trying to print, character array. So now it will consider it as a string. So you can see what happens. If I do Alt F9, it compiles, and if I do Control F9, you can see it prints Mac Education. Whatever we have given, it prints here. So this time I don't have to use a for loop. I'm not printing character by character. I'm considering the complete string. It considers the complete string here till the null character and prints. So whenever it finds a null character, it considers it as a end of string and it prints Mac Education. So we'll see in the next example. So you can print using a percentage yes. So we'll see one more example. So here I'm doing scanf. I'm taking an input from the keyboard, percentage yes. And here I don't have to say ampersand C, because the meaning, if you say only C, whenever it's a character array or any array, if you say C, the meaning is it is the address of the first value, that is C of 0, address of the first one. So you don't have to put ampersand. Even if you put ampersand C of 0, I'm sorry, you can put ampersand C of 0, the meaning is same. You can give the address of the first index, or you can just say C. So I'm taking values from the keyboard. I'm using scanf, but this will give you some errors. So I'll show you what exactly is it. I'll compile. I'll do Alt F9 and I'll do Control F9 to run the program. Now I'll say Mac Computer Education. So here you can see I'm using a 3-word statement. If I say enter, you can see only Mac is printing. So now the C character array contains only Mac. So it will not take all the multi-word statements as input. I'll do again Alt F9. I'll do Control F9 to run the program. If I say hello India, you can see it's a multi-word statement. So if I press enter, only hello prints, because while giving input, it has taken only hello as input. It will not take multi-word state. The scanf statement cannot take multi-word statements when you use only percentages. So what is a fix for this? We can do like this. We can use so these are some regular expression of the escape character. Don't worry about these things. If you use like this and you compile the program, and I'll run the program, don't forget to save the program before you compile. So if this time I say multi-word statement, I have typed 3 words in a statement, I press enter, it gives Mac Computer Education. You can see this time the scanf is taking complete statements. So it doesn't matter if it's percentage yes, or you don't have to write this thing for printf statement. You can say percentage yes, it prints complete sentence irrespective of whether it's a single word or multi-word statement. But scanf, if you don't use this thing, it will take only single words. So if you use this, it will take only one word. If you give a multi-word statement, it will not take. If you give more than one words, because a sentence or a sentence will always have more than one word. So if you use a sentence, it will not take the complete sentence. So you have to use a square bracket. This is called or symbol or a caret symbol. Then slash n and again square bracket and yes. So you have to use this. So we'll see one more, a better way of taking inputs. So this is the best way to take input and this is the best way to give output for character arrays. You don't have to say anything. You have to just say the array name here. It will take the address of the first one. And here also it will output the array without any, you don't have to use any string variable %d or %s or anything, %c or %s. We'll see. I'll compile this program, Alt F9, Control F9. So if I say you can see it prints complete. So you don't have to worry about it's a multi-word statement or a single word statement. Even if I use a single word statement, I'll do Control F9 to run. I'll say it's just Mac. So it still works. So you can use gets and puts are the best functions. These are functions available in standard stdio.h library. We'll talk about library later. So you can use these functions directly and execute. So what happens like if you don't use null character when you initialize, we'll see this. Okay, here I'll say I'll not use a null character. What happens we'll see. When we initialize an array like this, we have to put a null character at the end. So in scanf or the get statement you don't require, but in this you should definitely put a null character. I'll save this program and do Alt F9 to compile the program and Control F9 to. You can see it prints junk characters here. So you don't know exactly what these are. So this is an undesired output. We did not expect this, but it's still giving some undesired output. If we execute again, you can see it's undesired output. So it's very important that you put a null character. So it will, when you try to consider it as a string, it will not consider it as a string. So in C program, in C language, it is important that the character array should be terminated using a null character. Friends, in this video we learned some of the string functions. So we'll learn more in the upcoming videos. Thank you for watching this video.